Togo considers joining the AES, a bold step for regional unity.
All right, guys, look at this. Togo is to join AES. I mean, this is great news. I'm so happy that Africa is coming to understand politics. To be honest, just take a look at this. Kiri-don-don, king-don. This is when I say that ECOWAS is falling apart. Like, ECOWAS is now in the brink of falling apart. ECOWAS is nowhere to be found. It's now ECOWAS. ECOWAS are now going to beg them because everybody is disappearing. Senegal, Chad, and now all of them are breaking away from France. Remember that all these countries are using CFA franc. All of them are using CFA franc. Even Togo is using CFA franc. And this CFA franc that France is printing for them, this money that France is printing for them, it can never be used in France. You can't use that CFA franc to buy a piece of cake, just as even biscuits in France. But they are printing it for all these countries, Togo, Senegal, Mali. They have been printing it for years. If these people come together right now and make their own currency, it's over. It's over for all these Western powers. When I keep on saying it, that we need to wake up. We need to wake up and see the position that we have in Africa. We need to wake up. We need to see the positions that people, let me tell you, that Africa in this mess is just because of our brain. The brain, we are not using our brain wisely. That's the only reason that Africa is in this mess. We are not using our brain wisely. Just take a look. The only difference between the China and Africa, other continents that are doing well, is just the brain use. We are not using our brain in the right way. I keep on saying it. I mean, this is a great news for Togo. I just want all of them, Senegal, Chad, Central African Republic, all of them should just come together and join AES. And you see that within just a short period of time, see what's going to happen in Sahel region. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blessing. Forget about ECOWAS and their counterparts, all those people. France is already a loser. They have lost. All they need to do now is to make peace. Negotiate, make peace. Ask for forgiveness. Because that's what they're supposed to do right now. They should ask for forgiveness because they can't tell me that they have been doing well. It is obvious. Even them, they can look at the chart and see what they have done to all these African nations. Everybody knows it. You can't defend it. You can't defend it anywhere. Well, it's a great news for them. Burkina Faso, one love. Ibrahim Traore, one love. These guys are going to take Africa like they are taking Africa in a different level. No one expected all these things. Nobody expected all these things. Can you imagine?
According to Togo's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Robert Dussey, has announced the possibility of the country joining the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, which includes Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. This statement marks a significant step in redefining the role of African nations in international politics and strengthening regional sovereignty. Dussey criticized Africa's exploitation by major powers, stating, "Africa is used only to serve the interests of great powers, and this is unacceptable." He highlighted the need for the continent to rise and shape its own destiny, pointing to Mali's transitional leader as an example of restoring Africa's global image. Togo's interest in the AES stems from its support for an initiative aimed at strengthening regional sovereignty and resisting external interference. The AES offers an alternative to traditional regional organizations, which have struggled with economic, political, and security integration. This alliance presents vast opportunities for West Africa's development, focusing on enhanced security, economic cooperation, and independence from foreign influence. Dussey's statement underscores the AES's potential to create an independent cooperation model, signaling a new era for the African continent. Togo's adherence could be a pivotal step in advancing regional unity and shared prosperity. Okay, so why is Togo, a country that's not geographically part of the Sahel, making this move? To understand this, we need to look at a few key factors. 1. Strategic alignment with the Sahel states. Togo shares borders with Burkina Faso, one of the AES's founding members, and faces similar security challenges. Extremist groups, particularly those operating in northern Burkina Faso, are spilling over into Togo's northern regions. By joining the AES, Togo signals that it's not just a bystander, it's actively participating in the fight against terrorism and instability. 2. A call for regional unity. Togo's decision also reflects a broader push for African nations to rely on one another rather than external actors. The AES was partly formed in response to strained relations with Western powers, particularly after Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger distanced themselves from France. Togo's membership strengthens this bloc, showcasing a united front of countries determined to reclaim their agency. 3. Economic and diplomatic benefits. Let's not forget Togo's unique position as a regional economic hub, thanks to its port in Lomé, one of the most important trade gateways in West Africa. By joining the AES, Togo adds an economic dimension to the bloc, opening up avenues for cooperation beyond security. So what does Togo bring to the table? 1. Military support. While Togo's military isn't as large as some of its neighbors, it has a disciplined and well-organized force with experience in peacekeeping missions across Africa. This adds another layer of capability to the AES's collective defense efforts. 2. Geopolitical strength. Togo's membership helps the AES expand beyond its core Sahel identity, creating a more inclusive West African bloc. This move could attract other coastal nations like Benin or Côte d'Ivoire to consider joining, strengthening the alliance politically and geographically. 3. Economic leverage. Togo's thriving port in Lomé could become a logistical hub for the AES. This is critical, as one of the bloc's challenges has been securing supply chains for military operations and trade. Togo's economic connectivity enhances the AES's ability to sustain itself long-term. Of course, this bold step doesn't come without its challenges. 1. Security coordination. Integrating Togo into the AES's security framework won't be easy. Each member state has unique military structures, and creating a seamless strategy across such diverse nations will take time and effort. 2. International backlash. Let's not forget that the AES has faced criticism, particularly from Western nations like France, which see the bloc as a rejection of their influence in the region. Togo's decision might invite similar scrutiny, but it also reinforces the AES's growing independence. 3. Internal cohesion. As the AES grows, maintaining unity among its members will be crucial. Different countries have different priorities, and balancing them while pursuing common goals is no small task. But let's not lose sight of the opportunities. Togo's inclusion could serve as a blueprint for how the AES can expand, bringing together Sahel and coastal nations to create a broader, more powerful alliance. Imagine an Africa where regional blocs like the AES are the ones setting the agenda, not foreign powers. Togo's decision to join the Alliance of Sahel States is more than just a diplomatic move. It's a statement of solidarity and ambition. It signals a shift in Africa's geopolitics, where nations are stepping up to solve their own problems and take control of their destinies. This isn't just about Togo or the AES. It's about the future of regional cooperation and African sovereignty. And for a continent often overlooked on the global stage, this is a story worth celebrating. What do you think? Is Togo's decision a game changer for West Africa, or are there challenges ahead that could derail this vision? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into global politics. Thanks for watching GeoVantage, and as always, stay curious and stay informed.